You are watching Channel Adrian TV.
Yo, YouTube up, welcome back to Channel Adrian TV, and y'all know me as Adrian. But before we get into today's video, y'all know what y'all need to do. Subscribe to the channel, like and comment on the videos, follow me on Rumble, and also follow the Room 1031 channel and the Room 1031 Clips channel. And if you see anything you want me to react to, please do not hesitate to reach out. You can hit me up on one of my social media platforms, or just leave it in the comment section. If it's a great topic or great video, I would definitely do a video on it and shout you out. Now for today's video, this kind of deals with the other past video that I'll make sure the link is in the description. This is not being a good man is not enough. Now I'm going to play you this video because this video coincides with today's topic, is why I feel why when the majority of women settle, they feel they're the real leaders of the relationship. And so I got a few clips and I'm going to show you why I think when a majority of women that do feel like they settled, they feel like they're either leading the relationship or lie to their husband or boyfriend that they're the leaders of the relationship. So let me play the first clip.
Sometimes a woman can talk her out of a relationship. You can talk, we do that.
Yes,
we will talk.
I'm gonna say something, and this might ruffle little feathers. I don't think just being a good man is enough to stay in a relationship with them.
But when I say a good man, I mean like he's good. That means all around. That means himself, spiritually, mentally, physically.
That's great.
Healthily, like he's a good man.
That doesn't mean that he's the man for you. And
right.
Maybe when you're going through these motions of getting to know him, you're realizing, okay, he's a great person, but honestly, I don't fuck with his humor. Like, he could be funny, but he's not funny to me.
And that's why a lot of modern women are getting 40 with 4 cats and no man, because he's a good man, but because he's not funny, you gotta throw that out.
Okay, now with that first clip, you heard her talk about that being a man isn't good enough, which is true. Being a good person, a good man, is not going to be enough for more modern women today. But a lot of people will argue, well, that's why a majority of women are single and crying where all the good men go. I do agree with that. But if she knows that, I do appreciate her honesty instead of wasting that man's time, because this is what happens on the flip side. I have another clip of an older woman. If I'm not mistaken, I think she says she's in her 30s and she has children. She's going to say how women who settle or don't find that necessarily leader that they want in a man, she's going to tell you exactly what they think about him. And I've known this for a very long time about women. So let me play that clip.
That's right. The problem is that the reality is that us women, we have to find a man that is a leader, and then we have to let them think that they're the ones still in command, doing everything and whatever, and we just kind of fall back. That's kind of what we do. We make men think that they're the ones leading so that they can feel good and we can have a good relationship. I think really that's usually how it works.
And did you hear her? She said we have to make the guy feel like he's actually leading. Now, the girl in that tan dress, if she was to, let's say that good guy she's talking about was to give him a chance and actually commit to him, odds are she's going to turn into the woman in the second clip. In other words, I know I settled. This guy's a good man, but I don't respect him like that as a leader. So let me think that he is leading the relationship. Now, you may be saying, well, Adrian, what's the problem with that? The problem is it's going to cause problems in a relationship. Probably later than sooner, but there will be problems that come from that. Because, for example, let's say if he's trying to put his foot down when it comes to finances, but since she doesn't respect him enough as a leader, she's not going to follow suit. Now, keep in mind when I say this, I know if you're a woman watching this will saying, what happened, is a man wrong? I'm not talking about a man being a leader just solely being a man. It takes way more than that to be a leader, especially in a relationship. And y'all know one of my top 2 out of anything for a man to be considered a leader in a relationship, he has to be in shape and has to have his finances in order. In other words, he has to have 6 months at least saved, have a great credit score. In other words, having everything together. So I don't want, if you're a woman watching this or a man watching this, I don't want you to think that just because you're a man, you should be the leader. No, certain traits and qualities that you have in place make you the leader. And if you're a woman watching this and saying, well, what makes you think the women want a leader? I'm gonna play a clip.
So what I'm saying is that women want a leader. You guys can say whatever you want to say. I want an equal partner, whatever. Women want a leader. They want a guy that's going to make more money than them, taller than them, stronger than them, concise, decisive, etc. You don't want an equal. You want a man. A man is supposed to be a leader. Men are supposed to lead relationships. It's always been that way.
I like a guy that can lead.
Thank you. Someone's being honest.
There's times where I just want to kind of lean back and kind of feel like a woman,
because femininity cannot exist. Femininity cannot exist in chaos, and the only way for chaos to be dismantled is for strong leadership to be there.
But that you have a man that can lead doesn't mean that he's gonna lead the relationship like himself.
Girl, if you have like a manly man, if you have like a manly man, and that's your man.
No, everybody. I think most women should want a man that can lead, right?
From that clip, a majority of women do want their man to lead. They prefer to have a leader. That's just how it goes. That's how it's always been. That doesn't mean you're lesser than or not equal to. It's just that for whatever reason, society has warped our minds away from biology. And as you heard those women, majority of women, now we all know there are exceptions to the rule, but a majority of women prefer a man that could lead them. And like, that's why I said one of my two biggest traits for a man to be able to lead a woman is being in shape and also having his finances in order. The reason why I say those because that's showing that you're mature. You know how to handle money. You know how to work out. You know how to eat and diet properly. Now, I know some people will be saying, well, there's some people who may be fit and don't eat properly. I understand that, but y'all stop reaching for the exceptions. Use your common sense. But this is what I wanted to bring up because I do understand the flack when people give the flack to women. Well, that's why you're alone for not wanting to settle. But okay, if she does settle, odds are she's going to think like that older woman in the second clip. And she's going to lead you astray to where you're going to have problems with the dynamics of a relationship because you're going to think you're the leader, whereas you're not. And I'll be honest with you, a majority of my family and friends are in that situation. They're too, how can I say this? I don't want to use the word blue pill, but I don't think there's any way around it. They're too blue pill to even understand it or see it, and I see it very clear. But there will be another video I will do on that, talking about mainframe, and that'll probably be my next video. But y'all, let me know what you think. And ladies, if you're a woman watching this, please understand I'm not saying just because he's the man that he needs to be the leader. Certain traits makes him have that type of leadership quality that you will allow him to court. But unfortunately, as you may have heard a lot of women say, being good enough is not enough to get a woman's attraction and attention. And number two, there's not a lot of men who I would consider actually leaders. And especially of those 2 points I made. If you're not in shape and don't have 6 months saved, I don't know how you could even want to be lead a relationship when you can't even lead yourself. But I'll get into that in the next video. Y'all remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what y'all think. And I will see y'all in the next video.